And now, your hosts, Mike Jarek and Juliet Huddy. But first, is StriVectin better than Botox? Does Avon Anew really reverse skin discoloration? Find out next.
Welcome back. I'm in my 30s, but I'd like to look like I'm 22, and that's why I've gone out and I've bought every single lotion and potion there is, the anti-aging, the wrinkle-free, all that business. The market is filled with these anti-aging creams, and they promise to do a lot of things. They promise to make us look years younger, but do they really work?
The ever-elusive fountain of youth. Conquistadors failed to find it 500 years ago, and we've been searching for it ever since. Our refusal to age, the quest for eternal youth, the desire to look as young as possible is alive and well. Americans everywhere spend billions of dollars on skincare each year in hopes of a miracle. The question, is wrinkle cream the answer to anti-aging? Well, extensive research testing was conducted on 9 of the most popular brands, and Consumer Reports published their results. One of the skin products tested was StriVectin SD. The ad asks, is StriVectin SD better than Botox? And it claims the cream is, quote, the anti-wrinkle breakthrough of the decade. A second skin product tested was Avon's Anew alternative, intensive age treatment cream. Their claim is that, quote, Eastern plant therapies and Western technology unite once again to reverse and help undo visible signs of aging. So, how effective are these two skin creams in bringing back beauty? And how much do they cost?
Yeah, no, we're talking about all the wrinkles and everything. Oh, God, it's a nightmare. Here from Consumer Reports with the results of their extensive test. Nancy Metcalf is with us. Also joining us is the author of Forget the Facelift, Doris Day. And marketing expert Ryan Trucker is here. We also have StriVectin spokesperson Dr. Nathalie Chevreau. Bonjour. We'll talk to you in just a second. But Nancy, Consumer Reports, and you can get all this information, by the way, on consumerreports.org online. But what essentially is this whole investigation? It's like a clinical trial almost?
It was something that we had wanted to do for years, test wrinkle creams against each other. Believe it or not, nobody in public anyway has ever done this. So we finally figured out how to do it.
Okay. What did you do?
We did two things. First of all, we picked out 9 top-selling wrinkle creams, and we engaged a dermatology test lab to do tests of them, where they actually randomly assign people to test the different ones.
Okay, we're going to be focusing today on StriVectin. How were the results for StriVectin? What did we find out?
The results for StriVectin were mediocre.
Mediocre in terms of what?
In terms of almost no visible change in wrinkles.
So my crow's feet, I'm rubbing the StriVectin in.
Right.
What does it do to it?
Well, we tested it by a machine that could measure the change of wrinkles of as little as 1/6000th of an inch, almost no change. And we also had our trained sensory panelists look at before, during, and after the 3 months test, and they also saw almost no difference.
Okay, here is what StriVectin claims in its magazine ads. Researchers believe non-invasive alternatives are better because topical creams and gels offer gradual, continual results, while the effects of injections, facial peels, and dermabrasions are rougher on the skin and they wear off. In other words, StriVectin helps give you a youthful, healthy, glowing complexion faster than retinol, far superior to vitamin C, and without irritation, needles, or surgery. So, Doris Day, what was your feeling about StriVectin?
Well, I think that statement is utter nonsense. I think that there's no cream on the market today that compares with treatments like Botox. I think that a lot of the statements sort of allude to things like saying it works faster than retinol. It may work faster initially, but if you look at it over time, I believe retinol and retinoids are superior. If you say less irritating or more effective than vitamin C, I would say there's lots of vitamin C's out there, and I believe that there are bioavailable vitamin C products that are great for the skin and may actually be better than some of the ingredients.
Okay, I want to jump over our marketing expert, because I want obviously our StriVectin spokesperson to get in her say. So what do you have to say to these claims?
Well, what I have to say is that millions of women have bought StriVectin, are purchasing StriVectin again and again and again, and that means to me it works, because they will not buy something over and over.
Or is the marketing just very effective? Brian?
This is absolutely brilliant marketing. I mean, better than Botox. It says it all. And, you know, we as consumers are so blinded by our desire to look good that we just latch on to these types of things. And marketing companies know that. So consumers see this product and they say, wow, better than Botox. I can get the benefits of it without actually undergoing a procedure. And that is brilliant. I mean, if you even look at the packaging, it looks more medical than it does beautiful. Well, that's not an accident. That's great branding.
Doctor, one of the things I just wanted to jump in. Now, it says initially that StriVectin was for stretch marks.
That's correct.
How did it kind of morph over into using it on the face for wrinkles?
Well, we passed around some samples, and it just said topical cream, and people didn't know that the message got lost, and they started using it on their face, and they started noticing some differences. So that's why we repositioned the cream as an anti-wrinkle, and the result from clinical studies in France came out and show indeed what we had observed in an anecdotal fashion were in fact clinically proven.
We're going to do this a little bit. We'll talk a little bit more about this on our website as well, emajshow.com. But when we come back, we want to talk about Avon. Can Avon Anew really erase wrinkles as they claim? We'll be right back. So what we're going to do is M&J Investigate. Ooh, we're back with our M&J investigation into anti-aging wrinkle products. Do these wrinkle creams really work? Before the break, we found out, according to Consumer Reports, and you can find all this information on consumerreports.org, that StriVectin is not better than Botox, as their ad suggests. So what about our next product, Avon Anew? I actually use that. Back with us, Consumer Reports expert Nancy Metcalf, dermatologist Dr. Doris Day, and marketing expert Ryan Pucker. All right, so Avon Anew, I mean, it's, you know, like, I think it's like 30 bucks for an ounce, and you slather it on your skin. And I actually, when I put it on, I feel like it's kind of like gooey, and I like it. I like what it does. Does it work?
Not really.
Oh, no. Well, here's what Avon Anew claims to do on their website. I thought they were doing it. The healing age continues with Avon Anew Alternative Intensive Age Treatment. Eastern plant therapies and Western technology unite once again to reverse and help undo visible signs of aging. So it's not, they're not uniting and they're not producing visible signs of aging?
I don't know about that, but what our tests found was almost no visible change.
Really? Better than StriVectin?
About the same as StriVectin, which is not very good.
Dr. Day,
Okay.
what's going on here?
What Avon Anew, the active ingredients, when you look at the label, are sunscreens. And that's probably what's doing the most to help with the wrinkles because it's preventing new ones. So I recommend it on the base that it's an SPF 25 sunscreen. However, if you look at the other ingredients, there's a well-known ingredient, which is a soya extract, some turmeric, which is a nice ingredient, and other botanicals. And if you look at an ingredient label, the order of the ingredients sort of gives you a sense of what the percentage is, how much is in there. So looking at the order, I would say that there's probably less than 1% of most of those botanicals in there. So in an ingredient, there's the actives, and then there's the vehicle. And when you put that together into a formulation, that can make a product more or less effective. So this is probably a nice emollient. It's a great sunscreen, but what it's doing for wrinkles is never going to, there is no face.
When I see anti-wrinkle cream, I mean, yeah, we care about prevention, but I really care about, can I get rid of these things? Like, how can I make these things evaporate quickly? It seems Avon kind of makes me feel like it's going to happen with this cream.
They're absolutely appealing to your inner senses, that inner desire that you have to make the aging
Very
process
strong
go
inner
away.
desire.
And really capitalizing on that. That's all marketing is. It's getting inside the mind of the consumer, finding what they need, and telling them you have a solution.
We invited Avon, by the way, to appear on our show, but they sent a statement instead. It says, in both our consumer and clinical testing, we found that over time, most women saw effective results using our Anew alternative age treatment.
I call it believing is seeing.
Okay, so, you know, final word?
From a marketing standpoint, they're using statistics, which can be pretty much spun to say anything you want. They say 80% of women agree this works,
also,
but it's actually a consumer perception
very
survey.
clinical-looking boxes and everything. The packaging is very medicinal-like. All right, guys, we're going to see you next week because we have some more of this investigating to do. Thank you.